All right, if you're in the food business, you know this struggle all too well. How do you keep your product fresh and safe, give it that shelf life it needs, without totally wrecking the taste and quality your customers fell in love with in the first place? It's a huge challenge, and it hits right where it hurts, your brand and your wallet.
And that really is the big question, isn't it? Are those preservatives you're using doing their job, or are they quietly changing the flavor of your food? It's a compromise that so many producers feel like they just have to make. But what if that's not true anymore?
The thing is, making food is basically a non-stop battle against things you can't even see. I mean, from the moment your raw ingredients arrive to the second the lid goes on the jar, the risk of contamination is always there. And if it happens, well, the fallout can be pretty bad.
Yeah, we're talking about the stuff that gives producers nightmares. Unwanted fermentation that makes cans swell up, the sudden bloom of mold. And then comes the wave of product returns and angry customer emails that can just tank a brand's reputation. And that's before you even think about what those harsh chemicals are doing to your expensive equipment or the people who have to work with them every day.
So, to fight all these risks, the industry has pretty much always leaned on a couple of old-school methods. But, like we've been saying, these methods usually force you into a really tough choice between keeping your product safe and keeping it tasting great.
And this chart, wow, it just lays that compromise out so clearly. Chemical preservatives, sure, they work, but they can leave this weird off taste. Heat treatment? That's another way to go, but you risk cooking away the natural flavor and texture. But then, just look at that bottom row. A solution that's 99.9% effective, protects for a full year, and, this is the key, has zero impact on taste. None.
And that brings us to the breakthrough. This is the solution that finally lets you get off that treadmill of compromise. It's a technology built for food producers who just refuse to sacrifice quality for a longer shelf life.
So meet C14 Pharma. At its heart, it's a professional antimicrobial technology, and it's built on one incredibly powerful pure ingredient, 99.99% pure colloidal silver. The whole point of it is to be a super effective, totally tasteless, and safe alternative to all those old preservatives.
So what exactly is this stuff? Okay, put simply, it's a liquid, basically pure water with tiny, tiny particles of silver suspended in it. These little nanoparticles are like magnets for microbes. They go right to the bacteria and mold and just shut them down, stopping them from multiplying. It's a really targeted attack that gets rid of the threat without needing any harsh, nasty chemicals.
Right? That's the most important question, isn't it? I mean, the science sounds great, but talk is cheap. You need to see the results. So let's take a look at the proof.
And this right here says it all. Just look. On the left, that's your control sample, a petri dish just covered in bacteria. Gross. But on the right, that's the sample treated with C14 Pharma. And get this, after only 40 minutes, the growth is completely stopped. It's just gone. The visual is so powerful.
And this is the number that really matters. We're talking about a 99.9% reduction in contaminants. It's not just a little better, it's practically total annihilation of the threat. It just flat out works.
Okay, so what does 99.9% effective actually mean for your business? Well, it means you can extend your shelf life for up to a whole year. It means your food tastes exactly how you made it to taste. It means you can put clean label on your packaging, which is a huge deal for customers right now. And it's so versatile, you can use it on pretty much anything. The bottom line, it dramatically cuts your risk of spoilage and having to do a costly, brand-damaging recall.
But look, it's not just about quality. We all know it has to make financial sense. It has to help your bottom line. So let's talk about the money.
The cost to treat a single liter of your product is just 0.33 kopecks. That is an incredibly tiny amount. It's so low that it's almost not even a factor in your cost per unit, which means you can roll this out across your entire production without blinking.
Now, let's see what that tiny cost turns into. Let's say you have a production line doing about $200,000 a month. If you can cut your spoilage and returns by just 1%, you are saving $2,000 every single month.
And this quote just puts a perfect bow on it. Cutting your waste by that 1% doesn't just pay for the C14 Pharma. In many cases, it pays for your entire sanitation budget. The ROI isn't just good, it's immediate and it's massive.
Okay, so it works and it saves you money. The next logical question is this going to be a huge pain to add to my process? And the answer is a very simple nope. It was designed to slide right into the workflows you already have.
And you've got options for how to use it, which is great.
You can use it to wash your raw fruits and veggies, you can pour it right into your marinades or brines, or you can just use it as a final rinse for your jars and lids right before you fill them. It's super flexible and fits in wherever you need it most.
So you see, this is so much more than just another preservative. It's really a total solution. You get to protect your product, keep its taste absolutely perfect, and make your business more profitable. It's the whole package.
Of course, the absolute best way to see the difference is to try it for yourself. So really, the only question left is, are you ready to finally stop choosing between preservation and perfect taste? You can get samples right now to test in your own facility and see these results with your own eyes.